To get into it, it's CLOUD9 versus NRG, the final match of the regular season for the Rocket League Championship Series in the North America region. With the commentary is Wave Punk and Shogun.
Here on Champions Field, see up there the Season 1 and Season 3 banners. The Season 2 one's over on the other side. All the players that have ever won the World Championship of the Rocket League Championship Series. All of these teams we've been seeing today trying to get there, and so far, we know the 6 who will be playing next time in the regional championships to try and be the 4 teams representing North America, that being G2, CLOUD9, Ghosts, FlyQuest, NRG, and Rogue. But what order those teams show up in is what this match is all about. NRG would love to face off against FlyQuest instead of Rogue. If they win this, that's where they'll be seeded. If they lose this, they'll have to face off against Rogue, and CLOUD9 would love to get the #1 seed. It would just be a nice, icing on the cake. It would make their life a little bit easier there. But still, it's as James was alluding to about Europe, how everything's so close. North America's starting to feel that way too with how well these teams are playing.
Yeah, there's always been a problem with North America in terms of the depth. We've always said, okay, the top tier teams, usually just NRG, were significant threats. But now North America is having the not even a problem, the great thing that Europe has had for such a long time, where you've now got multiple top teams that will push each other to getting to that next level.
So can NRG get the win with a better seeding going into the playoffs? CLOUD9 has already secured their spot in the top 4. So the way that the playoffs are structured, they get a bye. And here comes Fireburner taking a shot underneath. Torment puts that one through. NRG off to the races already.
Yep, and every single person out there can say maybe GT's the best in North America. Maybe CLOUD9's the best in North America. Everyone can believe that, but I can guarantee you, NRG do not.
NRG would love to be the 4th, to win a 4th season of North American League play. These guys have won the regional championship every year. And for the first time, you heard Lawler talking on the desk, he thinks that this is where NRG kind of substantially passes that torch. And we've also seen NRG not be in first place, and oh my goodness, Garrett G, a blazing shot. We've seen them not be the first place seed coming into the playoffs, and yet every time they've won.
They certainly have done, but with players like this, it's starting to become very difficult to argue against NRG. The demo didn't actually play too much there. Whoever was coming in was always going to be second best. CLOUD9 looking a little bit lackluster at the start of this game.
NRG looking ferocious. Jacob driving a Batmobile. Probably the most flexible player in the world when it comes to car picks. Squishy gets that one off the wall and it'll bounce down. Jacob off the backboard to play it away. Now Gimmick back into the middle.
I counted you on that one. I saw a Scarab in RLRS yesterday. If you ever have a reason to watch, it's definitely going to be that.
Oh, look at Fireburner slamming this one in and just kind of picking it up after Jacob, just kind of securing this goal. 3-0 in the first minute from NRG.
Does someone want to check out who's playing for CLOUD9 right now? Because it doesn't look like them. Looks like a nephew or something.
We talked, they were talking on the desk about like motivation here, and NRG has significant weight riding on this between getting to play FlyQuest and Rogue to which team they have to beat to guarantee they're in the top 4 during the regional championships, where CLOUD9 has essentially achieved what they came here today to achieve, which is get into the top 2, secure their spot at LAN. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't have a reason to win this. Being #1 just outright would be lovely. But at this point, I think NRG, especially this is also their first match of the day, the last match of the day, they've got a lot of emotion and a lot of energy built up here.
Yeah, I really want to see C9 take this series to them, though. Allowing an easy win for NRG as we see a good goal coming in. Finally, it looks like they're starting to wake up. But allowing NRG to just take this and have that easier matchup next week against FlyQuest, I think tactically is a terrible decision.
Yes.
You've got the opportunity to get rid of some of your major competitors.
I think that NRG, I would attribute this to more NRG ferocity than CLOUD9 complacency. This now 2-goal lead after Squishy is able to get a goal in. 4 goals before halftime. Fireburner will look to make it 5. Lightly dropping that one, but Gimmick able to beat it. Now Garrett G carries this one through. Nearly puts it in by himself, and Jacob comes in to try and finish it off. But Gimmick will play it away. Go for the transition. They'll be looking for Torment in the midfield. Puts it into the box. 3:04 left to go. And it was NRG out to a 3-goal lead. So a lot of work cut out for CLOUD9 to cut this down. Gimmick up. Torment towards the net. Jacob playing it away. Squishy into the middle. Gimmick looking for the shot, but not there. And Garrett G open net all the way down the field. Torment tries to, nearly gets there, but the fourth goal for NRG will strike home.
All the way from his own end of the pitch. You can see he makes very solid contact, but Cloud9, the rotation is just all over the place right now. It does need fixing if they want to have any chance against NRG. And for NRG, talk about a more confidence builder. You're going to come in this week, you already know that you're not going to make top 2, but they are dismantling Cloud9 in this opening game.
Now they watched Cloud9 sweep Renegades earlier, and now look at what they're doing to Cloud9. Jacob carrying this one through. Puts it on the backboard. Oh, and it's uncontested. Fireburner will shoot that one off. The failure to touch that one there will just keep this burn going. And NRG is just obliterating Cloud9 right now.
Fireburner, he wasn't necessarily in talks for the most goals per game for this season, but if he keeps going like this, might just have himself a sudden shoot-up for those standings. He's now netted himself a hat-trick in this game, still over half the match left to go.
Squishy, oh, he just sets this one up. Fireburner now airborne, takes a shot towards the net. It's a bit high, but 2 players up on the defense, leaving the net still wide open here for Cloud9. Garrett G tries to follow this one up by himself. He'll leave it alone, and Jacob falls back, respecting the defense of Cloud9. We're across halftime. I would essentially just say the game is already over. It's just a matter of who pads their stats the most, how close can Cloud9 come back into this, but I can't in any way see Cloud9 actually coming back into this game right now, down by 4.
Yeah, that would be a tale for the ages, and would be very difficult for them to pull off. But NRG, they've got themselves a little stat line that they would love to try and complete here. No one has scored 7 goals this season in one match. They would love to make themselves the first team to do so.
That would be if they keep this scoreline as well, if able to Brazil Cloud9. I was saying this to Lawler, it's been a long time since I've seen a Brazil on the RLCS stage.
The last one I remember seeing, and I could be entirely wrong from this, is I do believe it was Flipside Tactics versus Kaunos last season.
Yeah.
That is a while.
That is quite a while ago. There we go. No Brazil today. Not at least in this game. Gimmick finds a way through. Sends it down past 2 players and puts this one through. Now a 3-goal deficit, but still a game very much in control by NRG. They'll have to make considerably more mistakes. We want to see this one become competitive again.
Jacob with 4 assists this game as well. He's been doing a very good job of just opening up with those shots. Hasn't been able to do anything too technical though so far, so expect Cloud9 to basically use this game as the opportunity to download. Oh, wow.
Wow,
Okay.
and it goes in. Of course it does. There's Jacob with the help of Fireburner here.
I'm kind of disappointed that this went off the post because we don't get to see the true speed. That's
true. That was blazing fast. Anytime you see a player make a shot and then the ball touches a surface before it goes in the goal, it's going to knock knock that number, the speed, the miles per hour, the kilometers per hour down considerably. So we will see how they're able to continue on.
1 more goal for NRG and they can do it.
They can get that 7 goals. The North American record for goals in a game is 8, set by Exodus back in Season 1. 40 seconds remaining.
Well,
we could see them tie it.
They've got this season's record. Now 1 more goal away from tying the RLCS NA record. And the way this has been going right now and just how sloppy Cloud9 have been, very possible.
We'll see, can they pull it off? Go to the side, 38 seconds remaining. Garrett into the corner, Jacob putting it high and Torment back to the side. At this point, I'm just rooting for the record.
Same.
The game's been over for a while. Fireburner to put this one towards the net. Torment and Squishy play it away. Garrett G into the box. Jacob giving space. Get the block. Carries it past Fireburner. And as Cloud9 is effectively running this clock down, Torment into the side there. And it looks like they probably will not get it at this point. They almost put in one for themselves. NRG, it says there that they won, and we knew that before halftime here. What a display by NRG as they able to get this victory 7-2. Absolutely ridiculous just stats we're seeing here from these teams.
Yeah, winning is definitely underselling that matchup. That was a little bit hard to watch at times, just how one-sided that was.
I think if I'm reading my notes correctly,
Yes.
I believe it is Jacob just set the North American record for assists in a game by a single player.
Congratulations.
Before that, it was 4 here by Sizz and Fireburner, both in Season 3. But here in Season 4, Jacob now setting the record for North America.
Yep, and we see NRG, they get 7 goals that game. They take this season's record away from NRG, who they managed to get 6 goals past Allegiance earlier on in the season in that 11-goal just cluster that we saw. But I don't know what I can really say here. I could offer ways for Cloud9 to be better in the next game, but they could start with everything and then improve from there.
Yeah, it did seem, they talked about on the desk, that like NRG's got a lot riding on this. They really would like to be able to be in a better seed for the next week because they have so much more riding on that first game they play in the regional championships. So I feel like it might be a case of them just wanting it more. It might be a case of Cloud9 feeling tired after their last match, but they only played 3 games. They swept Renegades
There's no way
earlier.
they can be tired after that.
Yeah, I think that one is just the situation they find themselves in here.
Right, new series. Last game didn't happen.
Yep.
Let's see some Rocket League.
Fireburner trying to play this one into the half. Here comes Squishy over the top, taking the shot towards the net. This one will not go in. Squishy now keeping this one in the box. Here comes Garrett over the top on 1. Fireburner up on the wall. They'll play back down towards Garrett, but the play will be broken up by Squishy. He'll get transition as well. Demolition onto Jacob. Here comes Torment trying to shoot. Blocked away by Fireburner, but already we're seeing a more competitive game here in Game 2.
Yeah, the rotation's already been tightened up. They're now starting to steal those 2 mid boosts. It's going to be much better from both these squads as NRG want to try and capitalize on the momentum they picked up from that previous game, whilst on the other side, Cloud9 just looking so much more sharp.
You know what's the most interesting thing about seeing Jacob on the Batmobile?
What?
Is he can't put on his pink cowboy foam hat.
I feel like we need to get him off just as part of branding.
Yeah, like it's just you can't put toppers on that car, so it's surprising. It confuses me every time. Here's an open net. Gimmick should be able to shoot this one, but goes high. He gets the double tap, puts that one down. Cloud9, after dropping Game 1 in monumental fashion, comes back and strikes first here in Game 2.
This is just Gimmick showing off how good his shooting has been this season. Gets off, I mean, he could have just hit the target first time. Let's be honest here. Instead, gets off the backboard with the follow-up and turns it in. Cloud9, I'm happy now, okay? You've made me happy. You're starting to play, and you're going to give us the series that we deserve between these teams.
Fireburner to Jacob. Here comes Garrett G. Shoot towards the backboard. Jacob will look to double tap it in nearly. Well, it wouldn't have even been a double tap. It would have just been about the closest, tightest wall redirect we'd ever seen. Does go unutilized there. Garrett G past Squishy. Gimmick up. Put it towards the box. And I think it might be past Jacob. He gets just a soft touch that puts it high, and he'll continue to carry it off to the side. Garrett G. He's taking his time. Just really taking his time there, trying to hopefully bait in some defenders. Not going to happen at this point. Here's the 1-2 play from Cloud9. Gimmick's shot is blocked away, and Jacob will try to play it back down. Torment keeps that ball in the blue. Now Garrett G up towards Fireburner. Fireburner backs back down, realizing he wasn't going to get there. Garrett G, the quick shot from the midfield, blocked away by Gimmick. Follow up by Fireburner. Gimmick again, the defender. Torment very far back in his own net. Jacob just tries to pass it down towards Garrett G. And simple kind of 2-man plays we're seeing from both sides right now. Here comes Garrett with another follow-up shot, this one behind Squishy. Finally able to find touches on the backboard that no defender was able to get there. We see NRG tie the game.
Yeah, Cloud9 just giving way too much respect over to NRG, giving them too much space. And eventually you're going to find enough of a gap for Garrett to just come in and place the shot into the bottom corner. Positioning and the placement of the shot was very good indeed, but Cloud9 still missing some of that speed, some of the edge that we have seen from them all season.
Well, when you're playing against a team as good as NRG, speed can be difficult because they're going to be matching you in pace. Fireburner will get it past Torment. Gimmick plays it back towards the wall, and Garrett G back into the middle, just constantly undoing the touches from Cloud9. Squishy now on the wall. Got Gimmick in the middle. Doesn't find him as Garrett G's able to play it away. Now Jacob to Garrett G towards the box. We'll see Torment carry this one off the wall here. Fireburner in with the tackle. Always known for winning his 50-50s. The teams have definitely slowed down the pace of how fast they're scoring, which means this game is going by considerably faster. 1:43 left to go. Only 2 goals, but 1 apiece. Just a tie game. Still anybody's ball game here in game 2.
Yeah, both of these teams have had opportunities to try and put something forward, but it's actually been a lack of boost. Every single time we see a player with the ball, they've been struggling to get anything going because there's no way for them to really play it. So this has been a case of not necessarily both teams like choosing to play slow, they've been forced into it.
Jacob here. Flick it into the middle. Very powerful. And Garrett G to follow it up. It goes high, but Fireburner will finish it off. A beautiful team play. Look at the power Jacob gets off this flick off the wall.
Yeah, he's going to use that Batmobile. So useful for getting those flicks. And Gimmick just gets hit by Torment. He cannot react at all. And there we go. Fireburner coming in for his 4th goal of this series. Or is it 5th? There was a lot of goals last game.
Quite a few. I lost track of who scored all of them. This one back into the middle. Fireburner should be able to finish this off. He puts it onto the backboard. Gimmick will have an opportunity to clear it. He does so. Gets it out to Squishy. Now down by 1. Torment takes a shot downfield. Jacob gets the block and is able to put it away from Squishy, who is in for the follow-up. A brilliant play by Cloud9, broken up by substantial defense by Jacob. And now Fireburner and Cloud9 back in the box there. NRG going to be trying just extend the lead. 42 seconds left. A 1-goal victory is anything but secured.
If they can hold on to this, they can put themselves into position to sweep Cloud9. Talking about momentum heading into next week, that would be all the momentum you could ever possibly need.
Yeah, beautiful statement to make. Fireburner over the top of 2, Squishy and Torment in the back corner. And really just taking their time getting out of there. There's a lot of confusion, it felt like. Squishy will play this one off the wall towards the box, but he's got Jacob waiting for him. And Gimmick could drop this one in, and we've seen him hit crazier angles. But Jacob and net to send it away. Squishy, nice flick over the top of 1. Will carry it into the box. They could get this buzzer beater. I believe it will be NRG who comes out with the victory. The positioning has not quite been there from Cloud9 this final minute. They're keeping it alive, okay?
Gimmick's not moving.
Gotta give him credit for how much.
Oh, he's moving now. He believes again.
They're putting it back all the way around. And then Fireburner will put it back into the corner. And Garrett, there's 2 consecutive touches here. Jacob just needs to slam it to an empty spot. There we go. Sends it down. They wrapped that ball around the entire field after the clock hit 0.
I believe the longest time I've ever seen the ball in the air was like 37 seconds. And that was for DreamHack Sweden, where they just refused to let the ball hit the ground, even though it was like a 3-goal difference.
Yeah, it was like the game's over. Come on, just let it touch here.
Rule number 1, always abide by it.
And you have to, I mean, if you're watching this game and you're like, Cloud9's just not trying, that's why NRG's getting the win. The way that they're trying to score. If they had been able to score there at the buzzer beater, we would have gone to overtime. But they really, really tried to make it happen there. So I think Cloud9 definitely putting up a substantial effort here. Maybe their heart's not in it because they already have gotten what they wanted today, but at the same time, like, this is a big deal. Being #1 seed would be a huge deal for them, and being able to send NRG, can you imagine a playoffs without NRG if they were to lose in the first round? That would be huge for Cloud9. They would love to be able to do that. And right now, they could be giving themselves, like you said, it would be monumentally silly of them to not take this seriously right now. So I feel like NRG right now is just playing with a fire that maybe Cloud9 doesn't have, but maybe it's just NRG just being amazing.
You know what it looks like right now? It looks like Cloud9 have taken their sword. They've recognized, okay, we have used this on absolutely everybody this season. I'm going to put this out for cleaning, get my Squire or something to do it. I'm going to use the practice wooden sword. And that's the way we can describe their offense right now, blunt.
Okay. Sure. Just trying some new stuff out. See if it works. Give yourself some practice. I mean, I could see that. I could see that being a thing.
But right now, I mean, we spoke earlier on those cutting infield passes. We have seen 1, maybe. What they do best, and it's something that would work very well against NRG, I feel, who do have a tendency of holding themselves on that goal line, using the backboard to try and get saves. Just need to see more of that, otherwise they are going to really struggle to cut down NRG.
Yeah, right now, I mean, NRG out to a 2-game lead. If they get this win here in the 3rd game, that's it. We have a sweep. NRG sweeping Cloud9, who's already in the top 2, will be going forward as a higher seed than NRG. It's just a matter of what those seeds are. They will be higher than them, though. So Cloud9 definitely in a great spot moving forward. But this sort of statement to make at the end of league play, this isn't how you want your league play legacy for Season 4 to end. Cloud9 wants to get this victory off of NRG.
Absolutely. Getting that #1, I mean, this is a case of bragging rights as well between both these teams. I said when we came over here, everyone might believe that G2 and maybe Cloud9 are the top. But NRG won't believe that. They will never believe that, as any top competitor in any sport, eSport or otherwise, should believe. And that's what they're doing here. NRG are not pulling punches.
NRG, one game away from sweeping North American favorites at this moment. Garrett G puts this through. Oh my goodness, Gimmick. There was a pixel left on that ball, and Gimmick gets the clear, sending it away, and will stay scoreless in the first minute.
I didn't know the magic pixel existed outside of fighting games, but we saw it right there. Gimmick showing off some of that defensive prowess and keeping Cloud9 to a tied game to start us off.
Squishy has switched to a Dominus.
That's a pretty Dominus.
With a Spectre decal to boot. Cloud9 notoriously a triple octane team. We'll see if the long car helps him out. Squishy now to carry this one up the wall. Garrett G following behind. Jacob keeping that one glued to the back wall. Cloud9.
Squishy, no. You're convincing people in rank that they can do that again. Stop it.
Garrett G and Torment get tangled up on there on the wall. Only Gimmick tries to play it through, but Fireburner just outright wins these touch battles over and over again, drops it into the box. Torment has to make the clear, gets it away. And Cloud9's defense is holding on right now. They need to get that. They've barely gotten the ball into the blue.
I actually really like that from Squishy. He just puts himself up and just goes, look, I know you can take the shot, but if I take the shot and miss, that is so much better.
That's the tactical playing it onto your backboard defensive play. It is a very real thing there. Oh dear, Jacob. It looked like from the auto cam angle, it looked like he almost own goaled it. Here comes Fireburner dropping it behind into the box. Now Gimmick. Down the field, Jacob. From the top of one. Squishy keeps it in the blue. The first real decent opportunity at offense we've seen for Cloud9. They should be able to put this through, but no. Fireburner positions himself well and gets the block, sending it away, and now the transition right onto the hood of Squishy. He'll try to turn this one around. The wall, it will go back off the touch from Jacob. Fireburner towards the net. Gimmick doesn't really get contact, but Torment follows closely. Now Garrett G through one. Squishy flicks it high. Buys his teammates time to get in, and Torment will be able to get there. Keep it away from Jacob. It did drop down in a scary position. Cloud9, again, their defense holding right here at halftime, still scoreless in a game 3 that Cloud9 has to win to move forward.
Yeah, Cloud9 actually looking at so much more solid this matchup. They're finally starting to find the positioning. The passing plays are starting to work out just that little bit more, but NRG, they've managed to hold people back because still no passing plays into the midfield from Cloud9. Just not as direct as we're used to seeing them. Instead, expecting NRG to make the mistakes.
Fireburner setting this one up in the corner. The pressure continues for NRG. Squishy over to the side, and Gimmick moves up for a boost steal. Looking for goalies. Aggressive plays from Cloud9, knowing they need to change it up. NRG over the top, down the field. Nearly gets the touch to put it over the top of Gimmick. And we'll go off to the side. Get demoed for his efforts. Fireburner now into the box. Squishy to play this one away. Jacob in the 50-50 will send it back towards Garrett G. He'll look for Jacob on the backboard to try and drop it straight back down. Garrett didn't quite have the read. He wasn't expecting it to drop down that quickly. NRG keeping this ball in the orange for what feels like eternity.
You don't really get much time to read those sort of plays either. It's a case of you're either there or you're not. There is nothing else for you.
Either anticipate it. You are expecting it to happen, or you're just happen to be in the right place at the right time, but actually like seeing it happen in the move. Oh, here's what I need to do instead. So little time to work with, but Gimmick over the top. Got some help from Torment on that one, and Cloud9's got the lead.
Good old tap and smash there from Gimmick. There's the tap. Goes up, a little bit of a sausage roll there. Then takes it past two. So pretty poor defending there from NRG. You would not expect them to send two players, rather usually one and then keep a player on the backboard.
I believe this is the first lead that Cloud9's had this series.
Yep, you would be correct.
NRG has been dominating control, but now Fireburner looking to see if he can tie it up himself with a dunk. Across the field, Jacob and Fireburner over on the side. Flick it high, Garrett G already up to look to drop it back down. Actually, he'll just take a shot. Torment's got the read. He finds Gimmick up on the wall. Plays it back around, Jacob moving out. I believe Squishy is rocking, it might be the first time I've ever seen a Halo topper. in the RLCS.
Is it painted?
It is not painted. It
Doesn't count.
It's the normal Halo. It's about the only topper I've ever rocked for long periods of time now. Jacob over the top. Can he double tap this one straight down? Gives it to Fireburner, but Squishy in net. He shot straight at him, and they'll get the block. Garrett G nearly makes another shot, but the defense, it's just been the defense of Cloud9 this entire game 3. And as the time counts down here, can NRG tie it up? Cloud9 tried to do it in game 2. They were unsuccessful. This one over the top of 2. Gimmick will just look to keep it away from Jacob. Plays it away from him, puts it down. Cloud9 sends us to game 4.
And the sweep shall be avoided. So Cloud9, after one solo goal there from Gimmick, is going to take this win. It was a very good solo goal indeed. But NRG, still, I just don't know. It's not their usual style of play. However, I will give them kudos. That last play that they went for was near perfect. The only problem that they had is every single time they tried to play it, Cloud9 just went, yeah, but we're already here. Like, you can't take a shot if I'm right in front of you.
Yeah, anticipatory positioning there, getting it away, and you see Squishy. He dropped out of the lobby. He's come back in.
He's going to have a new car.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's switching cars again.
I'm just trying to remember what he named each of them.
I wonder if it's a system of he's like, this is my best chance to try out different car abilities. Maybe he comes back in with a Batmobile here. He's like, let's just see how I handle these sort of things against NRG. I mean, I'd be kind of surprised given that how badly they got beaten in games 1 and 2. And game 2 was not as bad as game 1, but then he switches cars, they win, and he was like, I'm gonna switch back.
Scaraboo doesn't count.
Scaraboo doesn't count.
Scaraboo just doesn't
count. I don't know, man. I think you got to go with Zippy. You know?
I'm like, Scarab used to be the best car in battle cars.
I mean, if you ask
I missed the bumper. We used to have like a big old bumper on the front of it, and it was the best.
Well, the question is, what's
he got?
What is he driving?
Oh, hello.
He's driving the new one. Is this a Jagger, or a Jaeger? I actually have never gotten full confirmation on what the pronunciation is for this very Porsche, Lamborghini-ish car.
We shall just rename it the Butte.
The Butte. It's the Squishy Mobile right now. As Fireburner plays this one down. A demolition in goal. Garrett G moving in. Fireburner could possibly touch over the top, and he won't find it. Now continued offense. NRG here, Squishy over to the side. Fireburner, he misses on the wall, on the ceiling there, and actually gets his jump reset to jump himself straight back down. Fastest way to get back to the ground. Garrett in the corner. Fireburner moves in, but Torment gets it past him. Now flying down the field will be Garrett G with the 50-50. Can he get another one here past Gimmick? No, Gimmick trying to do it by himself. Fireburner sending it away, and Squishy on the rotation. He'll pop it past Jacob. And this is so many consecutive offensive touches here from Cloud9. They've really kept this pressure on, not allowing this ball to cross midfield.
Yeah, they're finally starting to rotate themselves around properly. They're giving themselves a good field of view to actually react to whatever NRG tries to do to move the ball out of the defensive end. And it allows them to keep that pressure going. But as we see here is NRG's opportunity to put that forward.
Fireburner shot towards net, blocked away by Gimmick. Torment down the field. Jacob will look for Fireburner. Makes contact, but the second touch goes to Squishy, who immediately gets demolished. Getting some scratches on the new Squishy Mobile. Look at that thing. Gets the shot off too. Beautiful shot.
Well, for every single car that you have, there's always a little stat that goes with it, and that just says how many goals you have scored with that car. For Squishy, it now reads 1.
Yeah, or, you know, it could read more. But
that would ruin this entire sentence I went through.
That ruins the bit. Wait, stop it.
Why would you do this to me?
I care about truth, you know? Oh, Jacob coming off the wall. He won't quite get there in time. Squishy also rocking the black chakrams. Very pretty wheels from from Champions Crate 1. A now retired crate.
Why do some people get all the crate luck in play?
Oh, look at that. Do what?
Why do some people get all the crate luck?
I don't know.
Give me Whizzle.
Whizzle?
Whizzle.
Sure, you can have it. It's yours.
Thanks. I can add that to the 6 others I have.
Squishy into the corner now. Gonna look for another touch towards the net. Cloud9 holding on to the lead. They'll try and extend it here off the shot from Gimmick, but it does go wide. Jacob and Fireburner sending that away. Picks up midfield boost, and he'll look to play it back into the middle. Here comes Jacob. Does not make contact. If they lose this game, you think Jacob switches off the Batmobile?
I mean, he's not going to get a car longer than the Batmobile, so it's not like he could change it and potentially have hit that one. just a case of it being a little bit out of his reach. We've seen that be a problem for actually Rogue all season, where the passes just haven't quite reached. But Cloud9, they're doing a very solid job on the defensive rotation, always leaving someone back. Gimmick having an argument against the post. That now puts the post 60-0 in its all-time record.
Post are pretty strong. Here comes Squishy. He'll just fake out Fireburner. Look at the plays. He'll go back away, though, on the touch from Jacob. He wasn't able to get around in time to take the shot. Smart play.
I feel so sorry for Torment there, because Torment was right next to Squishy. He was like, what do you want from me here? I'm right next to you. Just hit the ball.
There's Torment hitting the ball all the way to the corner. NRG to move it out. Squishy interfered, and just slowly they're letting the Cloud9 players play it back into the corners. They try to get the clears here. Gimmick will be out of position, but he gets the bump on Garrett G and net. Luckily for him, Fireburner was able to play it away. Now the ball out of midfield will be Garrett up and airborne first. 1 minute and 29 left to go. Now Jacob to the corner. Drops back down. Squishy. They'll look to carry it high. Goes for the soft side of his car, just looking for the dunk in. Fireburner has to play it off to the side. Ball spent a lot of time there in the blue box. Right now, NRG is moving this one back down. Again, still playing for that better seeding. They had Cloud9 on match point 2 games ago. And now Cloud9 looking again like they're going to be able to possibly take a victory here. It's only a 1-goal game. Anything can happen here in the final minute. There's been very minimal offense from NRG.
Yeah, so far NRG only putting up 3 shots. Every single shot has come from Fireburner. It's just a case of they're playing the ball well, but because Cloud9 are doing such a great job of holding that midfield area, that every single time NRG tries to put anything together, they're having to shoot so early. And it means that Cloud9 just look at it and just go, we've got all the time in the world to react to this. All we have to do is put one player towards you, and NRG seem to be panicking when it comes to putting their play together.
Yeah, just look at the way that Cloud9 right now is just running time off the clock, just bouncing it off the wall, keeping it between each other, not spending as long as possible getting that ball to transition out while not enabling any positioning at all, but Fireburner puts it halfway through, Gimmick plays it away, and finally Squishy shoots it off. So close as they let that one wrap back around. Jacob could find Garrett G, who's hanging up very shallow. Squishy net won't be there. Oh, but it touches. The ball is just pixels in the goal, and we go to game 5.
The magic pixel strikes again, denying NRG.
This is the 2nd time.
Oh, that was so close. NRG could have forced the overtime, but they just needed the shot to be that little bit higher. And Cloud9, like the steam engine right now, slowly getting faster and faster and looking more and more comfortable in this series.
You want to see how close it was? I want to see how close it was. We can take another look at that final shot here. As it was just the pass from Jacob was right there, and then
that is the magic pixel.
On the server side, it looks like it's in, but on our side, it looks like it's in, but on the server side, they just know it's not, so it's not there. And oh my goodness, how close can it get? We'll go to game 5 here.
Okay, I expected Squishy to leave the lobby to try and get himself another car.
Oh, but
Torment's gone as well.
And Jacob has stayed. Of course, then again, Jacob might have his cars organized well enough that he knows how to change his preset.
Name them correctly.
Yeah, you can, by the way, now change your preset without leaving the lobbies. So that's a new feature that apparently Squishy and Torment haven't figured out just yet. But
I think maybe it's just like, I think that kind of tells us a rough ballpark of where they're going here, of its cars that they wouldn't have as a default.
Sure. So that's true. Yeah.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Trying to play around here.
What the? Squishy?
Oh, you're kidding me.
It's the best car in the game.
You are kidding me. We need to see Squishy's car quickly.
Like immediately. I refuse to spoil this one.
I want you, the viewers at home, to see what Squishy is driving right now. Look at it, folks. The bubbly Proteus, I believe is what the car is called, the Proteus.
Yes, it's the Proteus.
The only car with mechanical arms on the front. See it there?
The only car that you can score goals with and then hang out your washing.
You know, we sit here for 5 games trying to convince the viewers on how seriously Cloud9's taking this.
Working very hard.
And we see Squishy switch to the Dominus with something he's never done before, and we don't get the message. So he switches to the most new car in the game, and we don't get the message. So he switches to the least used car in the game for the Proteus, and we finally understand they're having a good time playing Rocket League, just playing their favorite game in the world.
And this is now the 6th time in the world that the Proteus has ever been used.
The 6th time?
Across the entire world.
Across all people. I think it's the only 6th time. He had to go and buy the DLC right now.
Yes.
Here goes Squishy looking for the air dribble. Can he put it through?
He can do it with any car, apparently.
I just want to see him score a goal with just about anything. This is amazing. Jacob will play this one away.
And then, all right, so we can actually bring up a very good point here, though, is the fact that Cloud9, Squishy's having fun with this.
Yeah.
They've still forced Game 5.
How much you want to bet they tried to lull NRG into a false sense of security with game number 1? Like, just let him score a whole bunch, and then we'll take it away from him like candy from a baby.
All right, I know I'm an analyst, Wave, but I have no idea getting that deep inside someone's brain. You have got to pay someone a lot more, and with someone that's a lot more qualified to try and give you those answers.
We're paid for Rocket League analysis, not psychoanalysis.
Yes.
Come on.
I barely even know what I'm thinking half the time.
Garrett, he'll put that one through over the top of Gimmick. It hits the top corner, rolls straight down. Garrett G with the read. He'll put that through. NRG's on the board.
Yeah, I absolutely love that touch there from Fireburner. Gets it lofted. Gimmick makes the post 61-0. 2 wins in one day for the post.
Sends that one through. 3:16 left on the clock. And we will see King Cloud9 get the victory with the most unusual of vehicles. I really would like to know how many hours he has played on this car. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first one.
He's a completionist. You must have all cars.
He's had the ball. Ooh, look at them through. He got the goal. The Proteus scores off the pass here. And we got a tie game.
I actually want to say that the Proteus, the hitbox is actually pretty good. So whenever you want to get it, you are always going to at least know roughly where you're supposed to be hitting it. So it's got quite a flat front as well. So it is pretty similar to an Octane. I can see you over there laughing, Wave. I'm trying really hard here.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the car. Just every time I see it, and it's got the little arms on the front.
It's the back that gets me.
It's like I've got a really big head and really small arms, and I'm wondering how well this plan was thought out, Squishy. Oh, wait, you scored. Sure, let's keep doing it. Drops down Garrett G to play it off. Sends it away. Torment. Back into the corner. Gimmick looks for a shot. And NRG had the lead, and now Cloud9's tied it back up. Torment over the side, Squishy. And net behind him. Gimmick moves out looking for boost for demos. Doesn't find either and just rotates back. Squishy now around the wall. Sends it up. Gimmick with the redirect over the top. Playing like a team that wants to be #1 in North America. Cloud9's got the lead.
Gimmick, that was absolutely beautiful. Gets himself turned around, hits it as well as he possibly can, and in tribute to our boy Leaf with the Bardowski into the net.
Miss you, bud.
I miss you too, buddy.
Torment into the blue. Fireburner plays away past Gimmick and past Squishy now. Jacob, he'll just look for Torment in net. Great mentality there to realize that was what he should do. But it was Torment who was able to dodge the demolition. Get the save out. 150 left to go. And still the 1-goal lead here for Cloud9. Now Gimmick moving up. Fullback position, looking for any defender to bump out of the way. Here comes Gimmick and Squishy and Torment. All 3 of Cloud9 pressuring in, looking for that game-securing goal. This would, by the way, be a reverse sweep, Shogun.
Actually, yeah, it would. That's pretty nuts when you think about it.
Can Cloud9 reverse sweep NRG driving a Proteus?
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. I refuse to correct you at this point in time.
I kind of want to amend my original idea. That I said that he was driving more and more ridiculous cars to try and be like, we're just having fun. I think he's trying to drive more and more ridiculous cars just to make a statement against NRG.
He's trying to ruin solo standard even more than he already has.
Proteus
this is now a meta pick
oh no.
that I have to put up with.
Please no. Jacob to wrap this one around. Final minute. They're only down by 1. NRG could absolutely do it right here with Garrett G, but they play it away and then space back out. Here comes Torment moving out. Fireburner shot towards the net. A bit high. And Squishy will get it off of the backboard. 43 seconds remaining. And what started as what seemed like just NRG putting on the pain has been Cloud9 making the most ridiculous bamboozle. Jacob will put this one through. We have a tie game now. They got the breakaway, 31 seconds remaining.
Okay, let's just ignore every other game coming into this. Game 5 is living up to what we wanted from this series. All tied up, 2 games apiece, potential overtime on our hands.
31 seconds remaining. You think the reverse sweep happened, Shogun?
Maybe. I don't know what to expect. Dude, I'm seeing a Proteus on my screen right now.
I don't even know.
Done
like,
for predictions.
Think about like who's got momentum right now. Like I don't even know. Like what do you call that right now? As both teams back and forth so much. Squishy up onto the backboard here. Garrett G will play it softly into the middle, and Jacob misses the next touch. But Gimmick was singing way far back. Now Squishy up, trying to send it through. Can't get it through Garrett G's. The final countdown happens here. Will we have a buzzer beater? Will we have overtime in game 5? Jacob in front of the net. It pops up high, but Fireburner's in position, takes the shot, but no, it goes wide to the side, and Squishy will play it down. Overtime, game 5. Is this just everything you wanted?
Yeah, okay, we'll go for that. But one more goal is all it will take either of these squads.
What a way for a league play to end. The shot comes through from Gimmick, but Jacob will block it away. Squishy trying to take the shot, and now the breakaway down the field. Gimmick needs to play this to the side. He does so. Garrett G had advanced just to try and finish it off if it went awry. Torment into the middle. Gimmick up looking for defenders. Doesn't find him. Squishy rotates in for the midfield. Gimmick who keeps it in the blue. What a touch to loft it to. Garrett G will get it back out across the halfway line. Squishy over the top of Fireburner looking for the goal. Garrett gets the block. Torment gets demoed in the midfield. Gimmick will look just to buy time. His teammate will have respawned by now, and Squishy will move up as well. 3-man offensive pressure here as Torment sits at the midfield. He'll be the first one up. Squishy's hanging back for now. He moves up, puts it into the corner. Fireburner sitting in net. They've gotten it past Garrett G. 2 players up for Cloud9 as it drops down near the box, and Jacob plays it away.
Yeah, we've got more time being used from Cloud9, just continuing to put that pressure forward. Oh, that could be it!
Gimmick gets it underneath, and Cloud9, in the most ridiculous way, will reverse sweep NRG to secure the #1 seed in North America, and they have taught us cars don't matter. Drive whatever you want. It's Rocket League.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
there's a Proteus on the winning screen.
All right, so let's just break this game down. Cloud9 take it in game 5. Let's break this down in order of things that could be expected to things that were least expected. So, to be expected, Cloud9 take it in game 5. If you said that to someone, you go, yeah, you know what, I would see that happening. Number 2, so starting to get to the mid-range here of things that you just don't expect. Proteus won a match. But the least expected thing is the goal to finish it was Fireburner being beat in a challenge. That's it. I'm done after that point.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that I was sitting there like, dude, how seriously is Cloud9 going to take this? It starts with a record-setting game by NRG, who just obliterates Cloud9, playing what they normally play, and then we see Squishy just consistently switching to more and more ridiculous vehicles as they finally come out and get a reverse sweep win. The reverse sweeps have been definitive throughout seasons 3 and 4, and it continues here. What a way for North American League play to end as we see Cloud9 crowning, sitting right up cleanly at the top of the standings. I cannot wait to hear what the analysts have to say about this match. Over to you guys.
That was certainly an interesting way to end league play here. NRG going up 2-0, but Cloud9 messing with, doing some changes to bring it back and close out the reverse sweep. So Cloud9 actually secures themselves the #1 spot, and NRG will remain at number 4 in the standings. But let's take another look at the Mobile One high performance replay here. I'm not sure which highlights are going to be up here, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of different cars.
And it seemed at the start like Cloud9 had not come down yet from their excitement from clutching top 2, and we're just going to get trampled by NRG. That first game, 7-2. Jacob setting that assist record. But then after the second game lost 2 games in a row, Cloud9 shut NRG out.
Yeah, something about that last transition where they're just like, you know what, we're going to play our best defensive option possible. And then this one at the end where it's like, okay, it's not going to go in. And then the special pixel they mentioned or something like that where it barely went in.
Mystery pixel is showing him.
Oh my goodness. But then for Squishy to just keep up the ridiculousness, he's going to bring out a Proteus and his redirects.
Thick cards, man. I'm all about those thick cards.
Yeah, we know.
Proteus, welcome to the club.
Next up, Grog, here we come.
But really, Cloud9, I think maybe that nonchalance, that approach to the game kind of helped them. NRG, they definitely, I bet, feel like they are going to take the first round no matter what, whether they're playing Rogue or whether they're playing FlyQuest. And I think they're going to have to run into Cloud9 either way if they do win that first series. So for Cloud9, it wasn't as important, but NRG, I definitely think you want to avoid Rogue. Rogue is a bomb. that you could run into in that first round. They can beat you. They can take down NRG. So NRG, they're definitely not going to be happy with this performance.
Yeah, it's one of those situations for them. Like, they do want to still take that win. And you even saw Jacob. He did tweet out about how, like, no matter what, we're going to see the same team after we beat the first team next week, blah, 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 and all this other kind of stuff. So they're confident going into next week, which is good. But, you know, I said they were going to pass the torch, but I didn't think it'd be like this. Like, Cloud9, what the? Okay.
I think we'll have to postpone judgment
Yes.
until the North American Championship, because that...
Gosh, but we have to wait so far for that, James.
You have to wait 1 week.
It's next week?
It's next weekend.
Wow.
So far.
The regional championships are next week.
What a transition.
That was a bit. That's super exciting. We're right up onto the regional championships here. And Cloud9, after regular season, they're #1. Are you guys surprised about that now that it's all said and done? Is that what you kind of expected? Did you expect it to happen this way?
I think in league play, none of us are really surprised. Based on in the offseason performance by Cloud9, we were expecting them to come in and be a force. So I don't think it's a surprise at all that Cloud9 is the team that finished at the top of the standings, but still, we have to wait until the North American Championship. That's when we'll really know who is going to go in and represent the North American region with the top seed.
Yeah, I think the big surprise for us was probably G2, actually. G2 securing a spot not through the regional championship, actually making it top 2 and saying that, hey, we're here to play this season after previous seasons of heartbreak.
So I think Ghost was probably the biggest surprise
this
to
season.
me
Yeah.
this season.
Well, and especially Ghost, I think they had a bye week 1. So we didn't really know what to expect from them until everyone else was playing out. We're like, wait a second, yeah, Ghost is here too, and boom, they're all the way near the top. So what an amazing season we've had. A few things to go through here. First, our Old Spice Player of the Week from this week. Moms and Sons agree, it practically smells itself. Congratulations. J-Naps, right now, everyone watching, every single one of you, go tweet at him. Congratulations on Old Spice Player of the Week. Do it right now. What's his Twitter action? It's on the screen at the bottom. Go do it.
JNapsRL.
There it is. Congrats, J-Naps. Good job today, man.
Fantastic performance by JNaps. The overtime goals versus Ghost were the key goals. But those were the biggest goals of his career. JNaps, a player, and G2, a team that experienced so much heartbreak. Their fans, so much heartbreak. We were watching so tentatively thinking, oh, it's going to happen again to G2, but no. G2 has a savior, and his name is JNaps.
JNaps shows it once and time again that he is the clutchest player on their team. And despite, like, their team and their roster is full of star-studded lineup. Like, you can't ignore the other players, but there's something about this player that he always finds a way to step up when the others aren't. Like, the momentum was definitely going in Ghost's favor. Casting that game, I'm like, okay, Ghost is really bringing this back. Their defense is working really well. They're starting to pressure. They're playing faster. I'm like, this is G2 that I'm used to. They're going to finally be up, and then all of a sudden the other team just suffocates them, and they lose.
Pronovi, too. We saw in that clip. Pronovi, his interruption game
He's
was
been
on
playing
point.
very unselfish, and I love it.
Yeah, the demos today, just staying up, getting touches, very good. Rizzo has been a brick wall on defense.
What do they call him? The movable like blockade or something? I don't know.
That's a really, really good nickname.
It's terrible. Stick to little baby Rizzo.
I don't get it. I'm always just going to remember that stupid ceiling shot he did last week that no one expected. But that's the thing with G2. You never know when their weapons are going to come out and really perform. And when all of them are like working in some symphonic chemistry, it's just amazing to behold the G2 team that comes out and plays. And this week in their matches, you know, JNaps, especially with that Old Spice Player of the Week, he had to come through. And I think in overtime, he scored twice in overtime to give victories.
Yeah,
and of course,
and just against Ghost.
Yeah.
Just against Ghost. 2 massive, massive overtime goals. But really, Kronovi was a key part in some of those as well, playing that interference game, getting bumps, getting demos. It was a team effort by G2, but definitely a majority of that effort was JNaps, at least in the biggest moments, the one who finally put them over the top, the difference maker. G2 coming so close time and time again. JNaps this season was what put them over the top. And I'm really excited to see them at the World Championship.
Yeah, unbelievable play from everybody on the pitch. Can't argue with that. It's definitely a team effort for these guys. I mean, Rizzo, he made a lot of consistent plays on defense. Like, we've been seeing him slowly evolve into that defensive player, and it really stepped up. But for me, like, that big play in overtime, too, when he, like, cuts in front of Kronovi, like, he was double backing, and he just like, nope, I'm going up the wall, I'm hitting the double tap, I'm bringing us in the win. And they brought us to game 5 with that, and it was unbelievable. So
Congrats to JNAPS and G2 securing their spot in the World Championships. Let's take a look at the final standings. These are the standings after league play in the North America region. CLOUD9 at the very top, just edging G2 based on that win percentage. Those are your top 2 teams automatically guaranteed into the World Championships. However, the top 6 teams you see there on the standings will be participating next week in the regional championships, and Allegiance and Renegades will be playing in the RLCS promotion tournament.
Yeah, even FlyQuest wiping the sweat off their brow, watching that Allegiance versus G2 series. Their fate was not in their hands. They had to watch and see what would happen. They, I definitely think, are the team that needs to improve the most going into the North American Championship if they want to make it. But 2/3 of that FlyQuest team is the old Denial roster. And we saw Denial, that was the team that took out G2 in the first round of the North American Championship last season. So you can't count them out. Even if they have been looking pretty sluggish and pretty ineffective on offense, all they have to do is show up next week. Next weekend is the most important time for those guys.
They're also one of those teams that completely screwed up this entire bracket in the first place. Everybody's like, okay, yeah, NRG's got it, it's fine. And all of a sudden they come out and we're like, what? Who is this team? Like, where did these guys come from? And they're all veterans and they've all played in the
gave
past.
them a lot of credit on overtime.
Yeah, Kronovi's like best they've been playing we've ever seen. Like, so they're a team that you can't take lightly. And like I mentioned earlier, like Jacob's like, no, we got this no matter what. You never know. Like, there's gonna be certain teams that kind of overlook it, and that could be their downfall. So.
Well, we have a bracket for next week. That's right. Same time next week, noon Pacific, will be the North America Regional Championships, and here is how the bracket looks. CLOUD9 and G2 already securing spots in the top 4 based on their performance in the regular season. They have a first-round bye here in the Regional Championships, and there you see the first-round matchups, NRG, Rogue, Ghost, and FlyQuest.
Yeah, and CLOUD9, if NRG wins their first round, they were going to have to play him either way. But NRG is going to have a much more difficult team of Rogue on their hands, in my opinion. And then Ghost and FlyQuest, that's going to be a little bit of a grudge match. Chrome and Classics going head-to-head on Twitter almost every single day. They always have kind words for one another. So
Super kind.
I'm really pumped to see that matchup.
Yeah, the best part about next week is the first 2 matches. You win and you're in. And there's no more excitement than that, where it's just like, you watch the series, whoever wins it gets to go in. Same things that we saw back-to-back today. So a lot of hype.
And will somebody dethrone NRG? No one other than NRG has been a North American champion.
I don't think they've ever gone in either as the first seed, and they always end up as the first seed.
Yeah, they are just the champions. So will they be the champions next weekend?
Probably not, because history repeats itself.
And anything can happen in the RLCS. And the format for next week, single elimination, all best of 7s. So that's going to be awesome. And again, the same format for the European region as well. Speaking of the European region, let's take a look at what's happening tomorrow. We got more Rocket League starting a little bit earlier than today, 9 a.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/Rocket League, starting off with Gale Force going up against Envy. We're doing the exact same thing we did today, tomorrow. And we have a lot of important matches trying to decide who's going to be joining PSG. They've already secured their spot in the World Championships, but who's going to be number 2? And of course, who's going to be outside of that bottom 2? That's what's really important right now. Envy's down there. Flipside is down there. So a lot of stories to unfold tomorrow.
2 former world champions, Team Envy and Flipside Tactics, they are on the cusp of being sent down to the promotion tournament where they're just going to have to fight to stay in the RLCS. So tomorrow, another day full of action that you really need to set your alarm for. You can't miss it. Europe, I think it's going to be just as much fun to watch as North America was today.
Yeah, every time we see NA do something crazy, we're just like, how the heck is you going to match it? And then they do it every time. The fact that we talk about not only first, there's a team that still needs to make it in land, but we're so focused on the teams that aren't going to even make it into the playoffs alone is like, anyone else but you, no way. Like, 2 world champions not making it? Like, what?
And it all starts.
Why?
It all starts, it ends, the regular season tomorrow, again, 9 a.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/Rocket League. That does it for us. We're done. Any final thoughts, guys, before I sign out?
I mean, just keep your eye on the OCE region as well. I personally am a huge Torsos fan, so I hope that the Chiefs can make it into the top 2. So I'll be rooting for them. But yeah, watch OCE. They're going to be playing, I believe, right after this. So we'll host them and watch all night.
Yeah, it should be good. More Rocket League to come up. Can't miss it.
All right, that does it for us. Congratulations to CLOUD9, of course, and G2 for securing their spots in the World Championships. Remember, for the North America region next week, those are the regional championships. But for the broadcast, twitch.tv/Rocket League, our next broadcast is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. It's the final week of league play for the European region. On behalf of everyone here on Psionics and Twitch, thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow.